Catch up on the latest music news, social issues, exclusive interviews, album reviews, also featuring entrepreneurs doing big things, all on MusicLifeSocial.com. We do this for the people to empower the people. Welcome to Music Life Social. I'm your host, Raheem, and today we have one of our featured guests who is no stranger to us. Today we have Terron Gold of the Crypto Krew. You know what I'm saying? He is an NFT creator. He talks about cryptocurrency. He's a notable guest speaker at the Atlanta Blockchain Center. What's going on with you today, bro?
Raheem, what's going on, brother? I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Always glad to hear from you. I know you have some good information for us, man, about, cryptocurrency, NFTs and everything, keeping us well informed of that, you know what I'm saying? Because this is your expertise, brother. So today's topic, what we're going to be talking about, that I have questions about that you can shed light on, is the new crypto craze, WorldCoin Orb, where they're using biometrics to basically create a digital ID, to scan someone's iris to make sure that you are human, that you are you. So today we're going to talk about, the benefits and the controversies of it or whatnot. And I know you can help us with that. So with that, the controversial WorldCoin Orb has just arrived ATL and at the Atlanta Blockchain Center. Is, booking appointments, looking to join the ecosystem. And we know that you have recently just partnered with them on the heels of the news of the device coming here or whatnot. Shed some light on this controversial device coming to Atlanta Blockchain Center. And did you get your iris scan?
Yeah, that's crazy. First off, I just want to say thank you for having me here today and giving me a platform to help inform people on what's going on in this Web3 space, everything that's going on with blockchain. But yeah, that WorldCoin Orb, man, I'm so glad that I'm a part of the Atlanta Blockchain Center. The founder announced it on the news that they were going to receive this WorldCoin Orb. Now, what the orb does, like you mentioned earlier, it scans your iris and your face for your biometric data to prove, your authenticity as a human when you're interacting on a blockchain. So basically, with the advancement of AI, it's going to be harder and harder to determine what's real and what's not, especially as humans. We already do the verification, when you're on these other apps right now, just in Web 2. But in Web 3, it's going to be even harder with eventually there's going to have AI and blockchain all integrated. There's companies already starting to do that. So I think that the controversy, the backlash is people are concerned about where this data is going to go. That's the main thing.
Exactly. Is it being stored? I think that's the main issue concerns that people are asking. Is your data being stored somewhere?
The data is only going to be stored on the orb only at your option. So you can choose to have the data destroyed once you have your iris scanned, or you can choose to keep it on there. But even if you do keep it on there, I believe after a certain period of time, it automatically just erases. So the orbs can't communicate with each other. There's only 10 orbs in the United States, and the Atlanta Blockchain Center has the only one in Georgia. There's several in New York, California, and I believe there's one in Miami too. So the popularity has been big outside of the country because it's more of a necessity, because with this coin, with this orb, the founder has realized that AI is going to be really taking away a lot of people's jobs. So with that being said, he feels like there's eventually going to be a need for universal basic income, UBI. Now, that will allow people to have some kind of sustainable income so they can just live. You see, but that's part of the idea the creator had when he came up with this WorldCoin Orb. So once you have people scanning their irises outside of this country, some of them have been receiving like I don't know, I think it's like $5 or $6 equivalent. But like in Kenya, that $5 or $6, $7 convert to like, I don't know what the math is, but it's probably like 100, $250 or whatever it is. But that's why they had a large turnout in a lot of third world countries, because the money conversion that you would be getting for scanning your iris and your data. So I guess they have less concerns about their data and their
Mhm.
privacy. They're more so about trying to live and what they can do with that money. But as far as Americans, we got first world problems. We don't need universal basic income right now. So with that
Gotcha.
being said, a lot of countries have
So,
banned it. Kenya banned it. UK banned it. I believe Germany banned it as well. And I think it was Argentina, possibly. It was another South American country that actually banned it. But
so let me ask you something.
mhm.
Do you think they would start using this at like at the airport? So when you go into security lines or whatnot or whatever, instead of showing your ID, because I know at one point in time, I think they still have it. They had something called Clear, where they had your fingerprints, in their database, and you can just skip the regular security line and just go straight through, straight to your flight or whatever.
Yeah, in my opinion, I can see certain countries, especially countries that are ran by, dictators. I can
Mm-hmm.
see them using this technology to their advantage, trying to keep up with everything. Maybe possibly a country like China could adopt it and just, keep up, because they big on surveillance and keeping up with their citizens and everything that they do. You see, they have like a social currency score or something like that. So it's kind of crazy how they do it. So I can see other countries using it and adopting it, and I can see some people actually volunteering to just use it, regardless if they're in a first world country or third world country, because protecting your identity, your digital identity, is going to be important going forward. Now, think about it. I'm 50-50 on it. All right. First, no, I didn't get my iris scanned. Just to clear answer that question. So
Okay.
no, I didn't get it scanned. But I feel like there might be some people that would voluntarily do it, because think about it. When you open up your phone, if you got, a Samsung, you're probably using your fingerprint. If you got
Mm-hmm.
an Apple device, you're already scanning your face. You see what I'm saying? When you use
Right.
Snapchat, they getting your biometric data. They already scanning your face when you're using these filters on these apps. You
Right.
see what I'm saying? So we're
Right.
using it without thinking about, oh my God, they got my biometric data. But now that there's an actual device and that's all it does, but it
Mm-hmm.
communicates with the WorldCoin blockchain, um, people are having more concerns, and it's causing a lot of controversy. Like, because me being a journalist, I just by posting it, people try to come at me like, yo, it's the mark of the beast, it's the Illuminati. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, I'm just reporting on it. I'm just letting y'all know it's out here and it's an
Right.
option.
You just
Check
the
your
messenger.
environment. You know what I mean? I'm just the
Right.
messenger. Don't shoot the
Right.
messenger. But I signed up for this, being a Web3 journalist. So it's all good. I take the good with the bad, and I'm just glad that I've been a part of the announcement, because literally this is gonna be, historic. Looking back.
Got you. Yeah, man. Because I think people don't realize during the pandemic, certain places started using devices where it'll scan your face to test your temperature, and it'll attach it to your name or whatever.
Right.
And
Right.
people don't even realize that. Yeah, what I'm saying. All right. So let me see. So where's the U.S. at on regulating the cryptocurrency industry right now, and how long do you think it'll take for our country to fully adopt blockchain technology?
No, that's a good question, man. Well, right now, the UK, they passed some regulation on cryptocurrency and digital asset.
So hold on. Before you answer that question, in your opinion, do you
Mm-hmm.
think the U.S. is behind on the times compared to other countries when it comes to cryptocurrency?
Oh yeah, and crypto adoption, blockchain adoption, like they're way behind.
Okay.
They to me they actually stifling the innovation. You see
Okay.
what I'm saying? Instead of regulating through laws, they're regulating through enforcement. They going out there suing these different crypto companies, and it's not working out in the SEC's favor. They just recently, they lost the case against, I believe it was Grayscale, because of Grayscale, they filed for a spot Bitcoin ETF,
Okay.
exchange traded fund. So what it is, there are actual futures markets where you can actually, invest in Bitcoin. So if you can do futures, trading in Bitcoin, how come you can't do spot trading? You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So the SEC just lost that case against Grayscale, so that was kind of a big win. And also recently, the SEC lost a case against Ripple, classifying it as a security, which it wasn't, and it was just the sale to the institutions that constituted as a security, but not to the retail investors. So they actually lost that case.
Okay.
So I think by that approach, just through enforcement, they're stifling the innovation. They're driving it outside of the country, and China has just recognized cryptocurrency as property. You see what I'm saying? So
Oh, wow.
these countries were supposedly up against China, if you want to speak in politically, you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like with countries like the UK, China, and several other countries in Europe are adopting this technology and they're allowing for the innovation to develop, the US is really lagging. And I think there's about 3 bills that they're considering right now that they're, going through legislation and trying to, hammer out some things as far as classifications on these things.
Okay.
Which department will regulate it? The SEC for securities and the CFTC for commodities. But once they get the classification down, then the innovation will be able to flourish in the United States. But hopefully some legislation will get passed. I won't say before this year is out because we're already approaching third quarter.
Right.
I think it'll be sometime next year, and hopefully, honestly, that might be good timing because
Okay.
there's the Bitcoin, the halving. All right, and that's where the circulating supply gets cut in half. The miners' rewards get cut in half every 4 years.
So in 5 years, do you think cash or crypto will be king as far as currency?
Well, it's going to take a while before crypto is really, really king. So cash in 5 years, I still think will be king.
Mm-hmm.
And crypto was built to run alongside the dollar.
Okay.
It's Bitcoin. The ethos is decentralization. Just being the custodian of your own wealth and your own assets without having a middleman. Peer-to-peer transactions is secure. And you can't change it. It's immutable. So it's so many different layers to it and benefits. It's like digital gold, having your money stored in Bitcoin. And I think that in the future, of course, there's going to be a place for crypto. I think honestly, because the U.S. if this is a war, like a financial war, the U.S. is losing, so they're going to have to step it up if they want to be ahead in this
Right.
in crypto adoption and innovation. So hopefully, yeah, like I said, next year they'll pass some laws and we'll get some clarity. We can move forward, man.
Okay. All right. Cool. Cool. How do you think this move into adopting crypto onto the platform will help, with user engagement?
As far as what platform are you
Like,
talking about?
I mean, maybe like social media platforms like, Twitter,
Oh,
well,
right.
X
Got
now. You know what I'm saying? X, even, Facebook, Instagram, you know what I'm saying?
right.
Mm.
Well, Facebook and Instagram, they actually had NFTs on people's profiles, but it didn't really hit like that because it was towards, I think, like the middle of the bear market. I don't know if we're still in this bear market, but last year, 2020, the market was ugly when they tried to
Yeah.
integrate, NFTs into people's profiles. And because people didn't really adopt it like that, it wasn't in use. They ended up suspending it. I think
Okay.
they bring it back once the bull run comes back and people are more into NFTs.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, Facebook, Instagram, that's not where the crypto community is built. I developed my community on Twitter. So I think that's the reason why your boy Elon Musk, he rebranded it to X. So now, because think about it, Facebook rebranded to Meta, and now Twitter rebranded to X.
Right.
The
Okay.
community is on Twitter. That's where you go. That's where you get the high level alpha. Alpha is just like, information that you're not going to find in too many places, especially in mainstream. You know what I'm
What
saying?
about LinkedIn? Because I know LinkedIn is geared more toward professionals and everything or whatnot or whatever. What's your
Well,
take on that?
well, as far as LinkedIn, I feel like that's a great way for the professional aspect of people in crypto, because there's a lot of people who are just straight degens and they just go hard on certain cryptocurrencies or certain NFT projects, and they find the things that most people don't know exist, and they're making money off of that. So that's what, like, the whole degen, that's like the foundation. It's like crypto punks, like cypher punks.
Mm-hmm.
This was like the ethos of just being off the grid and
Right.
decentralized, doing things that the mainstream isn't doing. So yes, there are going to be some people who are going to be professional about their approach to crypto and take the LinkedIn approach. In the future, I can possibly see maybe LinkedIn doing something with NFTs.
Okay.
Not so much as crypto, because there's so many layers to blockchain technology, but definitely with Twitter and X, Elon is trying to make Twitter like what's that? The WeChat in China. And WeChat is like an app that does everything. You can pay your bills with it, you can engage your social medias, all kind of stuff that you can do with it, streaming and all that. So I believe Elon is trying to do the same with uh, Twitter, aka X,
Okay.
and integrate, especially Dogecoin, because that's his favorite crypto, and most
Right.
likely Bitcoin and Ethereum. But I think he'll probably add a few more, especially like a stable coin, something like a USDC or a Tether, because those are particularly cryptocurrencies pegged to assets like the dollar or gold. So
Okay.
yeah, that's the future for social media, in blockchain.
That's what's up, man. Well, music and cryptocurrency, man, they kind of been like linked together, over the past few years or whatnot, especially different music artists or whatnot. In your opinion, on integrating NFTs and music together, how do you think uh, albums will do now that it's available as an NFT, such as I think what Earl Sweatshirt and The Alchemist or whatnot dropped their new collaborative album as an NFT or whatever. So
No,
how do you think that's going to fare? And do you see more and more musical artists pursuing that what I'm saying, that lane?
yeah. I haven't had the opportunity to listen to the Alchemist and Earl Sweatshirt's album. I don't have any NFTs on Gala, because I believe if you have an account on Gala Music, they actually got several different branches of their whole ecosystem. You got Gala Games, you got Gala Music,
Mm-hmm.
and you got Gala Film. So, man, Gala, not financial advice, but they're doing a lot of great things. They partnered with Snoop and Meth to drop some music. They partnered with a few actors to drop some films. But this album, if you are anybody watching this, they have an account with Gala. You can actually stream the album for free, because that's the only place that it's available right now. So keeping your music putting your music on the blockchain as an NFT will enable the exclusivity of the music to your fan base. You know what I'm saying? So you can really tap into just your core fans, and who really, really follow you. They can kind
So
of, it can
so
bridge the gap. It can bridge the
okay.
gap. You see what
So
I'm
it's
saying?
totally separate from just dropping it on Spotify and someone streaming it. They
Yes.
can't access it that way. They actually have to sign up to get to actually listen to the album exclusively.
Correct.
Okay.
This
Okay.
particular album with Alchemist and Earl Sweatshirt. So
Okay.
until I think they're probably gonna do like a delayed release to the streaming services. I would think they'll capitalize that on that maybe a few months down the line, just to give, people attention to what blockchain technology can do for artists and fans. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? Fans who actually have this now, they have an NFT. Let's say I bought it and you wanted to listen to it. The only way you'll be able to listen to it is if I sell it to you or I play it for you when you hear with me. You see what I'm saying? But
Okay.
if you wanted the album right now, I would have to sell it to you as an NFT. So guess what? I can put a price on it. The album might be going for like $50, $60 right now. It's not going to be
Mm-hmm.
the average album price. So let's say I bought it and I chose to sell it to you. I can put whatever price tag on it, how bad you want to hear the album. All right, here, boom. I'll sell it to you for $75 or $100 or whatever. Nipsey, he sold the album for $100 and I think it was like 10,000 copies. But the people who understood what he was trying to do as far as marketing, they bought it. You see what I mean? But the benefit to artists doing this is every time the album gets resold. So let's say I sell it to you, let's just say for $100, and they got a 10%, royalty. That extra $10 go to Alchemist and Earl Sweatshirt directly.
Okay.
That's how the NFT royalties are set in. You
So
can
pretty much it's another revenue stream, not only for the artist, but also for, say, for someone like you that, you purchase an NFT and if someone else that did not have that account, if you a Gallup account or NFT, you sell it to them. So you're also making revenue off of it also too.
Exactly. So let's say if I bought it for $25 and I just sold it to you for $100, I just, 3x my money.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So
Okay.
like I said, this is the benefit to having NFTs as a collector, a fan, and as a creator. So it works both ways. Even if I had like content I was streaming, like videos like this, and let's say I drop some exclusive, information on here that you really didn't want a lot of people to know. You're like, hey, you know what? We can bundle this up and sell this as an NFT. You know what I'm saying? And even let's say you just sold it for $1 or $5 or whatever. It's money.
Right.
And this is decentralized. This is the decentralized nature of blockchain and crypto. You see what I mean? So this is the benefit and how we can use it. And I think the more people who understand this and see how it can benefit them, the more money will be made in this space. Of course, it's still early. And I believe last year we went to the Wu-Tang and Nas concert, right?
Yeah.
Shit was lit, right?
Yeah, it was.
Guess what?
It was.
I found out a couple of months after, we went to the event, a young lady that, I was dating, she came out here from North Carolina and said, hey, did you check your email? Because when you went to that concert, they gave us a commemorative NFT just for going. I said, what? Like a proof of attendance NFT? Oh, that is so dope. So I went ahead and checked my email and I now have a commemorative NFT that, on April, I think it was like 6th, 2002, at Lakewood Amphitheater, Nas and Wu-Tang, you were in attendance. We were there. So if you haven't checked your email, go ahead and check your email from last year. It was minted on the Flow blockchain.
Okay.
And it was in partnership with Live Nation. So check your email, brother, because you got a commemorative NFT. That's probably your first T if you ever bought one.
I hope I ain't deleted, but shit. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, man. Just check your emails, man. So yeah, like I said, man, these are some of the benefits and the use cases for this technology. Proof of attendance, you know what I'm saying? Think about the people in the past who went to like Woodstock. There's probably a bunch of people that lied and said, like, yeah, I was there.
Yeah, right.
But there's no way you can show proof of attendance. But now in our generation, shit. Think about what if Taylor Swift, who just broke all these records just for touring, she made $1 billion off this tour, right? I
Mm-hmm.
heard now she just filmed the whole thing, right? So
Mm-hmm.
this same concert that she grossed $1 billion on, which broke records, she now took the same content, repurposed it, right?
Yeah.
And now she's putting it into a film. And the ticket sales has already like rivaled like Marvel and all of that,
I
which is
seen that.
crazy.
Yeah, I
Now,
seen that.
now if Taylor Swift actually allowed her ticket sales for the concert to be an NFT, it'll give you free access, a movie pass. And now you have a movie pass as an NFT as well to show that, okay, you went to the Taylor Swift concert just for going to the concert. We're going to give you a free movie pass as an NFT. You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
now that's how I would have did it if I was her. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? Or part of her marketing team. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? But not telling people it's an NFT, just like, yo, this is a digital collectible, and just leave it as that. Because right now, NFTs is like a dirty word. The metaverse is like a dirty word right now. So I think we have to do some rebranding. So when I'm talking about this stuff, I'm going to say more like digital collectibles, stuff like that. But
Okay.
because I don't want to lose people or turn people off with the term NFT. But, you know, that's part of the rebranding. We're going to get it right.
Real quick, man. Tell people about your new venture with the Atlanta blockchain. I know you spoken there a couple of times or whatever, man. What has that experience been like? And just tell people what the Atlanta blockchain is for those who do not know.
All right, man. That's a great question, man. I've been fortunate and blessed, man, to have been my work been recognized, because as you know, man, I started this on social media, just on Twitter and Instagram, you know, just putting out Web3 news, you know, and becoming a journalist over time. You know, as you know, I'm a graphic designer, so that's what got me into the space, just learning about NFTs, and that was like, you know, my holy grail moment. But on this path of journalism, I've met a lot of great people. So one of the first people that recognized me, her name is Iris, and she ended up Iris Nevins. She ended up being the founder of Uma Daima. Right,
Mm-hmm.
so that was like NFT black for black artists. So where people can come, if you haven't heard about NFTs, you can go there and learn about it. And if you have art, you can convert your art into NFT. So she was like an NFT incubator. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? So by me meeting her and her recognizing what I was doing, just trying to get this information out, we all ended up in this one place called Crypto Mondays. And it was all of the people who I've met in these past 2 years on my Web3 journey. So as I'm there, I've been to the Atlanta Blockchain Center several times from that point. And the Atlanta Blockchain Center is a place where people can learn about crypto, blockchain, and NFTs. And if you're a developer, engineer, or a coder, and you develop some kind of app or something like that along those lines on the blockchain, you can go there and have your ideas possibly funded. You see what I'm saying? So it's a Web3 incubator, like a blockchain incubator. You know, it allows people in this space um, to come together and share their ideas and potentially have their work recognized and actually bought and used in mainstream. So there's been several brilliant people that I've met there who actually had their products and their apps that they develop, you know, become backed by certain companies. So, you know, it's a great partnership. And he's one of Marlon, the founder. He was one of the people that I met that night at this place called Crypto Mondays. But the crazy part about it, I know who he was, but I didn't know he knew of my brand.
Okay.
So the founder of Umba Daima, which is my first NFT Web3 collective community that I was a part of, was there. And she basically, as I was explaining who I was when I met him,
Mm-hmm.
she tapped his shoulder and was like, yo, that's the guy who started the Crypto Krew. And then he was like, oh, and I follow your brand. And it was like, I was like blown away, because that was the first time I felt like, you know, my brand superseded me. Like, I'm glad, because, you know, my my work in this space has been recognized by a lot of brilliant people that I've been learning from, but I curate my information, to for our people to understand it, and break it down and make it digestible. So he loved what I was doing, man. And the first time we met in April, he was like, "Yo, I just want you to know that, I love what you're doing. I've been following you for a while, man, and I just want you to think about this for a bit, but what can the Atlanta Blockchain Center do for you?" So I was like, man, I was honored and taken back, and I had to marinate on that. Then we met a couple other times. We met at Render ATL, and that's when we really had a chance to chop it up. It was a more social environment. We had, a few drinks, so he saw how we had a chance to really vibe. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Not just on the Web3, but just as a person. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was dope. And then, we started cooking up ideas, a few times after that, since we have linked up. And then he had called me. Well, he texted me one day, a Wednesday, and was like, "Hey, we had a speaker drop out. Do you mind speaking at the Atlanta Blockchain Center tomorrow?" I said, "What? Oh my God, of course, yes." So I jumped at the opportunity.
In your mind.
Yeah, what? And I only had less than 24 hours to prepare. So, that really had to put my skill and knowledge to the test. You see what I'm saying? But man, not only did I was so excited. I was excited that I was nervous the whole time. I was nervous even while I was there. My first like 15 minutes speaking, then I kind of caught a nice little groove. But yeah, man. I ended up speaking at the Atlanta Blockchain Center. I think at like the last week in July, and he announced that the WorldCoin Orb was going to be coming to that facility the same time he announced the partnership. And what our partnership consists of is me providing weekly news reels to the facility, and on the social media account. So what I'm doing is helping people get up to date, information on what's going on in crypto and Web3, because this space is changing so fast. You might have learned something a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago. Things has changed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The sentiment in the community has changed. So it's important to keep up with the news, because when you go there, it's like I said, you can be an expert in blockchain or you can be a novice and don't know anything. And this space is great for people to just learn. So I've learned so much at this place, but what he wanted to do was incorporate more updated information. So that's the role that I play. I provide, content, up to date news on what's going on in this space, man. So I'm glad to be a part of that. I'm glad my brand has been recognized. The Crypto Krew, we got like an official stamp in Atlanta now. We don't only company out here just providing news, you know what I'm saying? And just in a certain way, you know what I'm saying? It's for everybody, but it's a way for minorities and people of color to just finally get in on the ground level to being early adopters and investors, instead of just being consumers. You know what I'm saying? So I took it upon myself to create something, and I'm glad my brand been recognized, man, and I've been blessed, man.
Cool.
God is great.
Real quick, tell people where they can find you at.
All right. Well, you can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Threads. You can find the Crypto Krew on YouTube. All right. So you know how it's spelled on the shirt, the Crypto Krew. The crew is with a K. All right. So on Instagram, it's _ the Crypto Krew, right? Underscore at the end. And on Twitter, it's _ Crypto Krew _. So once you put that crew with the K, you're gonna be A1. Whether you type it on YouTube or whatever, it's gonna pop up. You look up Atlanta Blockchain Center, you're gonna find my links as well. So and that facility is located in Buckhead for anybody who's interested in attending one of our sessions. And they have off the chain Thursdays every week. And people can come through and they can learn from some of the speakers. If we don't have speakers that week, it's like a fireside chat, so to speak. It's like more community based, and there are topics we discussed and people share their thoughts and ideas. And yeah, man, that's what's popping right now, man. We out here waving in these Web3 streets.
That's what's up, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, we always look forward to having you on, man, and keep us well informed of what's going on in the world, you know what I'm saying, of Web3. You know what I mean? So, it's great talking with you. I know we're gonna have you on again soon because I know that space is ever changing and you're gonna come back with more information to feed us. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. So we definitely look forward to checking you out or whatever and supporting you however we can, man. So we definitely appreciate you.
No doubt.
You know what
Yo,
I'm saying?
I thank you for having me on this platform, man. And on my last note, something I do want to mention though,
Okay.
because something that is very important to me in the culture, man. I think financial literacy is should be at our top of our list as far as priorities. Like I'm dead ass serious, man. That's one of the reasons why I started the Crypto Krew. But this past weekend was InvestFest down here in Atlanta. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Now InvestFest was put together by Earn Your Leisure. That's Troy and Rashad. These two brothers, they started something with an iPhone and they just became a phenomenon within themselves. And financial literacy is their thing, So they're mainly like stock guys, but they interview people in all different industries, whether it was the trucking industry, whether it's real estate, whether it's vending machines, entrepreneurship, and celebrities. So, and I was fortunate enough to meet them, not at this past Earn Your Leisure's Invest Fest, but I met them last year at another event in Atlanta, man. And so I was able to put a bug in their ear about Vivi and all of that. So if you ever hear them talk about Vivi, I was the one. You know what I mean? Talking about
Okay. All right.
token and all that. So that has to be officially documented that I was the one that did that. But they gave me so much and they gave me motivation and inspiration. That was only right that I had to, give them a jewel. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's
And
up.
they put together something called InvestFest, and this was their third year doing it. And they had, I think, like maybe 2,000 people the first year, 4,000 people last year, but this year is like 20,000 people, something crazy. It was like crazy. The numbers might be off on the first 2 years, but I just know they went up crazy, they numbers this year, because they had people like Robert F. Smith, the richest black man in America, him
Mm-hmm.
speaking there, and Diddy, another billionaire. They had him speaking.
Okay.
They had dozens of speakers out there. So I was fortunate enough to go out there and mix and mingle. I only went on Friday, and because I had things, prior engagements.
Right.
August, my daughter's birthdays, but I went out there Friday, man. I was able to hit that vendor booth and I was able to network and, rub shoulders and elbows and network with a lot of people and ask, was crypto wavy or was it whack? You know what I mean? So I was able
Right.
to
Right.
right. I had to ask a few people to get the sentiment, whether they was familiar with it or not. I just had to, ask them and see, what
Mm-hmm.
the climate was of the people in this space. And sad to say, there was only one booth out there out of 400 vendors that was really, really crypto orientated. Everything else, people, it wasn't even on the merchant side of accepting Bitcoin or Litecoin or Ethereum. They wasn't even on it like that. They was just
Wow.
like, everybody had a different business. It was dope. All the businesses were dope. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely all the business was dope. But I just felt like it was little to no presence of crypto. So I was out there, repping the Crypto Krew, asking the questions, and I was able to ask people like Nikki Saunders, she's a big content creator on YouTube and social media. I was able to ask Blue Pill. He's a very prominent brother in the conscious community. You know what I'm saying? He was
Okay.
up on crypto, you know what I'm saying? So there was a lot of people asked, the sentiment was they felt like it was wavy. You know what I mean? But
Right.
then I asked a few people and they didn't feel like it wasn't. So, I can understand that. And I'm glad though, because, just to get a temperature of the people in the streets in this financial literacy space, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody was on that trying to, better themselves, and yeah, but next year, oh yeah, that's gonna change, brother. Because yeah, we gonna have a presence out there. You know what I'm saying? The
That's
Crypto
what I'm
Gold,
talking about.
hopefully, along with the Atlanta Blockchain Center, we'll be out there to move and shake and have a booth out there, and put people onto what's really going on with Web3. Because by then, we'll be in hopefully the beginning of the bull market, so people will be paying attention to us. Like, oh, you know what I mean? Yo, I had a little
Right.
Bitcoin, it kind of went up. I'm like, nah, let's really get into the weeds now, because you know what I'm saying.
Right.
This is the time we're in the bear market, so it's the time to build and network and learn. So I
Mm-hmm.
took advantage of the InvestFest space. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying, by providing information and you know just trying to connect people to the Atlanta Blockchain Center if they were out here, because there was a lot of people from out of town that came out. But 20,000 people to learn about financial literacy, you can't go wrong. Of course, you know, you're going to have critics and people going to say, you know, certain things they should have done better. But, you know, that's fair. This is only their third time doing this. You know what I'm saying? But it's
Right.
been impressive each year. And I'm like, man, if this is only their third year and some of their, you know, the people's concerns were valid, you know, some of the things that they were critical of, but it wasn't like nothing that was put a bad, you know, light on these. You can't really put a bad light on what they're doing. So there's some people who have been hating their brand, and you know, I'm like, how you gonna knock people trying to teach people about financial literacy? There's nobody else doing it. They had no blueprint to follow. They're blazing a trail. So yeah, they're gonna make mistakes, but you know what I'm saying? We should
Okay.
support them in yeah, if we are gonna be critical of them, it's just so we can see them flourish and you know, take it to the next level, because nobody else is really doing it. So I just feel like, you know, we all should just do our due diligence on financial literacy, and I definitely recommend anybody to follow these guys on social media as well, and
I'm gonna have to
possibly
check them
attend.
out, man, because last year, well, no, earlier this year, I taught a free online financial literacy course because I've been going through I obtained my life insurance license and
Oh, that's dope.
my SIE. Now I'm on
Oh,
transition.
congratulations.
Appreciate it, man. Now I'm trying to get my Series 6 and work my way up to the Series 7 or whatever, so I can be official. You know what
No
I mean?
doubt.
You know what I mean? Because I felt a little uncomfortable teaching people about financial literacy, even though I knew the information or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But you know how some people question your credentials, like, oh, well, what are you certified in and stuff like that. Like, you know what? Let me go ahead and get my certification and really show what I'm about. Because you know what I'm saying? I know my stuff when it comes
No
really
doubt.
stocks and bonds and budgeting and things like that. And you know what I'm saying? Or whatever, you know, options trading and everything. But you know, people want to see the credentials. So it's like, all right,
Yeah,
go
man.
ahead.
There's nothing wrong with that. And like I said, everything
Mm.
that I do is not financial advice. I just provide the news. You
Right,
see what I'm saying?
right.
Now, what people do with the news is on them. You know what I'm saying? But I have to remain neutral and, you know, as unbiased as possible in this
Mm-hmm.
space. But at the same time, I have to be kind of biased because the space is biased. When I got into it, truth be told, it's predominantly white. You know,
Okay.
male dominated field. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? Ahead of most of these popular NFT projects and crypto, you know, blockchains, most of them are white men, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, it's biases with that. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So we came to shake up the space,
That's
you know what
gonna
I'm
be our
saying?
next topic, man. We gonna talk about, you know, Web3 and the cultural aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? I would love to dive more into that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? How do African Americans, how do we fit into that space? What is the path? What does the path look like for us, and how can we use it to our advantage? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, man. Cause like I said,
Mm.
Web3 to me, this can
Mm-hmm.
be our reparations. We ain't got to ask nobody for nothing. We
Mm-hmm.
got the money, we got the buying power. You know, we spend what 1.2 trillion a year, so it's not like we don't make the bread. We just don't know what to do with it. We
Mm-hmm.
saw what happened when that pandemic money went around. Everybody had stimmies. Everybody had the PPP. You saw
Right.
what happened. Everybody was designing and dripped out. We ain't
Right.
do right by the bread. You
Right.
know, people was buying Louis out and you know Dior out and not knowing the LVMH stock was cheaper
Mm-hmm.
than the belt, than the
Right.
Louis belt. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's like we got our priorities out of order, and we don't have financial literacy. We never seen you know this type of wealth before, so we just don't do right with the bread. So that's why I'm glad you're getting certified in this space. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me, I want to be able to give people up to date news and content that when people start to feel like they're comfortable to invest, whether it's stocks or crypto, at least they would have the right information and they can do their own research. You know, just even if they go through my YouTube videos or if they go through my old posts and just read it, you're gonna find some gems in there. That's how I make my investments personally. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been in this space for 2 years. Prior to this, 2 years before that, I started out with stocks. That's how I found Earn Your Leisure. From Earn Your Leisure, Mark Cuban was on there talking about NFTs. That's what got me into crypto. Like, I bought Bitcoin, my first Bitcoin. I bought like $40 worth of it in like 2018. The next thing in like 2020, she was like over $200. I'm like, yo, what the hell? So that was my first introduction to crypto. You know, it was literally on a whim, just an Uber trip or some wild shit. I was learning about stocks and I just bought a little Bitcoin just because it was kind of like recommended to me. You know, I wasn't really looking for it until I saw the numbers go up on it. I was like, okay. And I dove head first, just basically trying to learn about how to invest. So I started with stocks.
Right.
Then, you know, like I said, from Earn Your Leisure, I learned about NFTs in 6 months, not even that. In Memorial Day weekend 2021, that's when I started the Crypto Krew, man. So, you know, we're going on a little over 2 years right now. You know what I'm saying? So we met a lot of people. You know, we met the Earn Your Leisures. We met the 19 Keys. We met the Big Boy. You know, he going through a little controversy right now. He got kicked off his own show. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy. But, you know, I actually sent out a tweet that got him connected with Earn Your Leisure. You know what I'm saying? That the ripple is still, you know, moving from that, you know? And, yeah, man, I made a lot of great strides. Met Naja Roberts.
Okay.
And she was one of the teachers that was hired by Jack Dorsey and Jay-Z to teach the Bitcoin Academy down in Marcy when they had that project going on last year. So I was fortunate enough to meet her through Clubhouse and then met her in real life when she was on the Digital Financial Revolution tour. So, you know, and meeting Iris Nevins, you know, shit. Our group, Uma Daima, our NFT community was mentioned in, you know, the top NFT Now 100s, you know, group just out here moving and shakers as far as Web3 education, man. So it's like, you know, the Crypto Krew just made a lot of strides in these past 2 years. And like I said, with this partnership with the Atlanta Blockchain Center, man, it just solidified everything that I've been doing over these past 2 years, just trying to get our people informed on what's going on in this space, man, so we can really, you know, get right with our paper and create that generational wealth, man. But that's what it's about, man. But
that's what's up, man. Well, congratulations, man. We look forward for more information, more interviews with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, to keep us informed on this ever changing world and market. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yo, I appreciate you and MusicLifeSocial, man, and this platform you created, man. It just, you know, giving people like me a voice, you know, to just inform people and let people know what's going on out here in this music, in this world, you know, whether it's just political, whether it's about entrepreneurship. I like the fact that, you know, you can bring different speakers on here and, you know, give them a platform to shine, man. So I salute to you guys, man, for holding it down.
Man. Appreciate
you,
it.
Raphael and Rich, you know.
Cool, man. Appreciate you, bro. All right. Cool, man.
I appreciate you, brother. You take care, man, and thank you again, man.